I just hate the fact that so many get caught up and
killed in the midst.
You know what I'm
saying?
It was always different because I was like, I feel like y'all painted pictures, like y'all.
Real life.
It ain't real life. Just ain't real. Real life street stars. You know what time it is.
Everybody start clapping right now. We got our legends in the building. AK. B-Lo.
Yo.
For y'all who don't know, Deaf, Dumb, Stupid, Living Up on a Rock, Do or Die.
Beauty.
Man, what's going on, brothers?
Man, everything right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, the universe speaking, so we just embracing the moment.
Yeah.
Man, you know, y'all some OGs in the game, and I'm talking about we was listening to y'all when we had no business listening to y'all. You know what I'm saying? How does it feel to be, you know, coming into this new era of music and being celebrated as much as y'all are and being anticipated as much as y'all are?
I think, I mean, it's dope in real life because at the end of the day, the mission is always to be always embraced by hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's through your whole process, your whole career, you want to be embraced by hip hop.
Yeah.
You know, so being embraced by hip hop from when we first started to now, that just lets you know how dope it is for MCs to be still in the limelight of hip hop. So yeah.
Yeah. You know, so crazy, man. I was literally in Chicago last week and we was jamming that Do or Die. And I was just like, man, I remember back when the music was out, y'all made it cool to be player. You know what I'm saying? It's just like growing up. Again, we might not have seen the videos, but just listening to the lyrics, we could just see that, we could feel what it was like to be out there, man. Can you take us back to that time frame in Chicago, West Side, right? West Side of Chicago?
Yeah, exactly.
Man, tell us, like, because, you know, we always hear about the South Side. Tell us about the West Side of Chicago and that player shit that y'all was coming with.
West Side, how we came up, I mean, like, we was hustlers. You know what I'm saying? So we grew up around the hustlers, so we was able to, you know, we was just more so focused on money. I mean, we trapped and everything, we banged definitely, but you know, we about our money, man, and we got a chance to be around some real true players that was getting money, man. You know, like, cause you know, by Bishop Don Juan being on the West Side all the time, we was able to go, you know what I'm saying, go over there and hang with them cats like that and General and them and all them cats, Brick them and everybody. So we was hanging amongst a lot of players. And that just trickled down to us. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, you know, we trapped, we hustled ourselves. And then, you know, we was able to implement that into our music.
Now, what is the term po pimping? What does that really mean? Because when you think of pimping, you don't necessarily think of being po or no po shit. So, like, how did y'all come up with that?
Man, we was always, you know, we looked at it as flipping a penny into a dollar. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We always looked at it as the penny was the last on the totem pole. Mm-hmm. So that's why you see the penny a lot on our album covers, you know what I'm saying? But when you look at the penny and you look at the other coins, you see the penny is faced totally different than all the other coins. You know what I'm saying? So we just took that and ran with it. But you know, when you start talking about Po Pimp, man, Twister said it best. Well, the motherfucker may be broke and shit and they collecting no dope from tip, but I was spitting more game than a mouthful of poker chip to get them hoes with the open lips and the provoking hips. That's Po Pimp. And they ain't gotta tell them any lies. I have them looking in the city skies. You dig?
You know, for me, it also represented being the Robin Hoods of the neighborhood. Like, you know, we make something out of nothing. We can take something out of nothing.
Yeah.
And then make some and give back to the community. You know what I'm saying? So that was a big thing.
Does Chicago have the best pimps?
The best who?
Pimps.
Man, you know what? It's we got some of the best.
You know it come from Chicago.
Yeah, because some people say it's from Memphis and Mississippi.
Well, if you think about that, not to cut you off, if you think about it, like a lot of people immigrated into Chicago. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people left the South to come into Chicago. A lot of people left the South to come into Memphis and things of that nature. So when you start talking about, you know, who's this, that, and the other. Everybody, it's like family. That's family right there when you talk about those areas.
It's pimps all over the world. We did a record. I think it wasn't just balling. It was Steel Pole Pimpin'. Them was real life pimps we had up in that video.
Yeah.
We had Rudy Ray Moore up in there too. We had Max Judy in there. Although their persona was acting, everybody else behind them was all
Real
pimps.
live pimps, yeah.
Man, this is what I want to know, right? Because I like to get into the time frame. So when y'all was making music, before y'all got on, who was the people that was like hot in Chicago that we may have not known about?
Wow, Psychodrama.
Drama, I remember him.
And the Snipers.
That's crazy.
COG,
Triple
Darkness,
Crucial Conflict,
D.A. Smart, Flick.
So let's clear this up about psychodrama, right?
Yeah.
That's not just one person, right?
No.
See, everybody down here, they think it's just one dude. He's like psychodrama. And everybody thought that was one person, but it's more than one. How many people?
Nuisance Side, and Young Buck.
And Young Buck, yeah.
Right. The infamous Psychodrama, Chi-Town.
Yeah.
You did.
Now it's crazy, right? Because you know, again, when we think of Chicago, you know, you and Twister, right? Y'all had that certain flow that nobody had at the time.
Right.
Um,
Where did y'all come? Was that something that was just a Chicago thing, or was y'all invented and created that?
Well,
style?
that was just something embedded in us. You know what I'm saying? We you might well say that both everything that you just said is intertwined into one another. You know what I'm saying? We invented that shit, put it together, and it was just, you know what I'm saying, it was a gift that we already had. So we just took the gift and we took it to another level. You know what I'm saying? We just took it to another level.
We all used to have ciphers, right?
Yeah, we
And so we would have them ciphers, and we all would, you know, and each one gonna teach one in them ciphers. So I'm gonna bounce off him. We gonna bounce off her. This person gonna bounce off that person. And like Kay said, we just implemented everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there you go. You know what I mean? Right. From us to the Brat to Shauna to everybody, like all of us, including a lot of the younger generation.
So was people dancing to y'all music then? Because down here in Texas, y'all were the music we was dancing to. Like everybody was dancing. I'm talking about we had like everybody was dancing to y'all music. Were y'all dancing up there or were y'all not dancing?
Well, I mean, we come from that. You know what I'm saying? Footworking in Chicago. Chicago was a footworking city. You know what I'm saying? So definitely the dancer was implemented to it. If you sing Just Ballin', you know what I'm saying, you'll see us moving around and you know what I'm saying? So Just Ballin' showed that, yeah, these cats used to dance. Footwork, you know, was implemented in Chicago.
Now, the production. Y'all had a very specific production. It was like, it's very melodic, but it also seemed like it's very dark. Like, like very Tales from the Crypt, but very like who's the producer back then? Like, who was some of the people y'all worked with to create y'all sound?
Traxter
and Mike Dean. Yeah, Traxter and Mike Dean. Traxter was definitely dope when he, you know, Traxter come out of a melodic beat into something super dark like 6 Million Ways to Die. After we finished making Smoke and Ride and laid back and talking to the women. And he come with 6 Million Ways to Die or Killer Be Killed was made by Mike Dean, I meant to say. So, you know, Mike Dean made Killer Be Killed.
Yeah. Who was on them courses? Killer Be Killed, 6 Million Ways to Die?
We was.
Yeah, that was us. Yeah.
That was us actually literally singing that and doing that.
So, you know, Chicago, I was going to wait, but we here. So Chicago is a very, you know, violent place to some who ain't never, the way I portray it on the internet mostly is like it's a very violent and dangerous place. What is different from the Chicago y'all grew up in from the Chicago it is today right now?
The internet, social media. Because now people get I would say people gain more exposure and recognition off of whatever happened. Like it was the same thing coming up when we was coming up.
Right.
It just wasn't exploited as more as it is now. You know what I'm saying? Because the industry wanted to create that narrative anyway, because it's all about money at the end of the day. So they wanted to create that narrative that like Chicago was just that fucked up. But
Is it? It's not?
I mean, it's crazy, but
but it's always been crazy.
But you pick your poison.
Right.
Yeah.
Cause you can go to any hood. You can go to any hood around the world. You know what I'm
bump
saying?
into some people that's about
You know what I
that
mean?
life. You know what I'm saying? So,
Now, y'all, the drill was born in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
But, if we go back to some of the songs y'all did, like you said, Miss 6 Men Ready to Kill or Be Killed, y'all were drilling too. Would
No
y'all
Love.
have,
No Love.
we got a song called
We
No
did a
Love.
song called No Love in,
You know what I'm
in
saying?
1991.
Yeah. So that was the,
That-
if you want
the
to talk
kickoff.
about the drills music scene,
So we
kicked it off 11:45 p.m. I'm slinging slugs at a rival game. Coming through my chest, shooting with a tech, leaving it flat, and I'm on probation, but that shit was nation business. Better leave no witness. What is this? One time, better with the quickness. I'm running, so we was already in that mindset. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, coming from them streets, we just had to learn the other side of it. We had to learn that, okay, just because we lived this life and we knew people that lived this life, we didn't want to bring that to the music
for sure,
world. We didn't want to bring that baggage with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the only thing I say. Like, I love all the younger generation, their music. I just hate the fact that so many get caught up in.
And killed in the midst
You know
of
what I'm
it.
saying?
Yeah.
It was always different because I was like, I feel like y'all painted pictures, like y'all created a scene or image, like. But today it's just like they just saying people names and whoop de whoop.
But the crazy part is, like I said, I've been in and out of Chicago, right? And I talked to some OGs from out there, and they feel like it's just the internet. Because the way they broke it down was, I was like, man, we'll see an article. It'd be like 80 people got shot this weekend. He was like, you got to think about it. Chicago big.
Yeah.
When you think the way he broke it down, it made me feel like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, maybe it ain't.
Very big. I mean, they'll carry it out, not cut you off, bro. They're like, it can pop off at any given moment.
Right.
But like I said, you just pick your poison. You gotta know how to move through the city. That's all.
Yeah.
How did y'all deal with being famous in Chicago back in the day? Like, just y'all, like y'all was super big, like with all the politics and stuff like that. How was y'all able to navigate that?
We came from the streets. We was already known in the streets. The people who was the who's who in the streets, we was locked into that. So once the music took off, we was able to, it still is able to maneuver through the street how we wanted to, the way we wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Because we was already locked into the streets and the who's who.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Starz, nigga. Move. Hey.